There's a lot of freedom in performance, and it's fascinating to watch him work. And also, he's just the most generous person, and not just in his energy towards people, but even from when I first met him on a call. He was really generous with the materials he showed me. I didn't have the job, so I wasn't really entitled to that. But he has this thing of really bringing everyone into the world so that we all know what movie we're making, and it makes everyone just as passionate as he is, and you don't want to let him down. And the way he treats people, whether they are a producer to an extra to a caterer, it's kindness and generosity, and he really brings people in to be like, look what we're making. There's so many interviews out there of her. There's a couple of documentaries that she took part in for the BBC, and then also I managed to get my hands on a book that she wrote with her sister in 2002 called Together. And through that I was able to get her experience in her words. So through that I was able to really explore her and try to find the real Nicole to then integrate into the story that we were telling. Nicole sees Robbie, or Rob. She doesn't see Robbie Williams. She meets him and she meets Rob. And because they feel like kindred spirits and these sort of outsiders in the crazy rock and roll world that he's been really swept up in, but she really tried to remain grounded and family focused and personally focused. And I really wanted to instill that in her, that when they were together, even if they were on a red carpet or they were on this amazing yacht, it was always really focused on them, because she saw him as a person and she didn't see him as a rock star. Jonno is an absolute legend. The second he walked in, I was a part of his audition experience, and he manages to capture the cheekiness and the self-deprecating humour and also the real darkness of Robbie. And in Nicole and Rob's story, there is such a journey there, and I have never felt safer with an actor. I hope that people, when they leave the cinema, feel for Rob. I think that the great thing about him is that he is the everyman, and he's not this heightened being that we can't connect with. His cautionary tale and his imposter syndrome and his striving for something that was not handed to him, I think is something that we can all really resonate with. And seeing it being done on this crazy scale and this real rock and roll energy to it with a real emotional truth, I hope that people walk away learning more about Rob, more about his music, and I hope they feel a little bit more connected to him, because, yeah, he's just one of us, right?